Last time on Dragon Ball Kakumei, the Grand Priest was able to freeze the resurrected gods and angels in time. However, this would not be an end-all solution to their problems, and it will only buy them 2 years to prepare for the impending war. The Grand Priest then alerted all throughout the cosmos of the situation, giving them the chance to fight or not, and to choose the side of their liking. The oceans are awesome. It's big, it's got sharks, Aquaman and Mr. Nimbus live there, but pollution is not so awesome. Plastic pollution is destroying the oceans and killing the turtles. And other things. But by working together, we can get rid of an entire pound of trash from the ocean for every dollar raised. We can't be the same kind of heroes like we see in Dragon Ball, but find out how you can earn the right to sit atop the Kinto-un by visiting TeamSeas.org, organized by Mr. Beast. This is part 5 of an ongoing series. Catch it fully using the link in the description, and follow Darkows, poissonlabo, and reenko on their social media platforms. Thinking, the gang only has 2 years. They're gonna have to get organized with everyone. Vegeta adds not only that, but everyone will have to set a goal and role for themselves for the war. And by the way, they need to find that BROLY guy. He has huge potential and could be very useful. He asks Bulma if she can go get him and his friends, all green and all orange, who, with an eye roll, reminds him they do have names. And for his own part, Vegeta will send Gohan, Goten, and Trunks to see Whis. With any luck, he should be able to bring out the best in him. Away, Piccolo does his usual routine. As a mysterious stranger appears behind the Namekian, he inquires if he can help them. In space, Bulma chews out Jocko. She screeches to know what he means by "I'm too busy." He needs to hurry up and get to Earth and stop being so selfish. Reluctantly, the Galactic Patrolman agrees as she hangs up the phone. Trying to save face with his comrade, he hollers,
"What? It's fine! She just wants me to go find someone! I can do that for a friend, right?"
Though turning away, his other protests he didn't say anything. Still ranting, Bulma swears that Jocko is such a slacker. Even when a war is about to break out, he tries to find a way to postpone what he's asked to do. Like seriously, he can do that for a friend, right? Tending to the little one, Vegeta smirks that when she's angry, even the greatest of warriors can't stop her. Heading outside to let her blow off some steam, she can still be heard as the door closes. She vows to tear his eyes out! That darned latex-coated alien! Galactic Patrol her at! Just wait until she finds out that latex is actually just his bare skin. While Bulma begins to fuss, Gohan calls out to the prince to joke. It sure sounds like there's a lot going on inside. Prompting Videl to approach him to tend to the crying baby, assuring Vegeta she'll take care of her. The Saiyan then calls out for Gohan. Taking a seat next to him, he wants to know his plans for the next 2 years. Will he train or keep to his studies? And he intends to do both, actually. Vegeta then explains if that is indeed his decision, he would like to propose something. How about training with Whis? Kakarot is currently doing his last training with him. Knowing the two of them, they'd be delighted to take him in. Clearly our heroes are unaware of Goku's predicament. Either way, he also mentions Goten and Trunks have already told him they're in. Gohan regrets to inform he's pretty set on his idea of what to do during these 2 years, so he'll have to decline the invitation. By the way, for Goten and Trunks, his dad told him about a kind of hyperbolic time chamber. An idea Vegeta loves. He can accompany them himself. On Gohan's side, he inquires if he thinks Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien could be of any help. And if so, what could they do? Taking off his glasses and thinking a moment, Gohan thinks he knows just the thing. Moments later, Gohan pierces through the sky, making his way to Krillin's house. Below, he finds the entire family outside as he touches down to say hello. Setting his daughter down, Krillin asks his old friend how he's doing. While he says he's doing just fine, he gets straight down to business. He questions if he knows where Yamcha and Tien are, and as luck would have it, the both of them are inside right now, apparently coming over during Goku's intergalactic battle. Which is perfect. Gohan asks what kind of training he'll be doing over the next couple years. Though growing a nervous smile, he presses him to wait and calm down a second. That's when Gohan's phone goes off. It's Vegeta. And looking in the background, we see Beerus, Whis, and the boys. The prince tells how he's with Whis, and he's just been informed. Kakarot was in Universe Zero when the Grand Priest froze it. As a stunned silence fills the area, Vegeta tries in vain to get Gohan to answer. Back with Piccolo, the stranger from before calls out,
Don't pretend, Namek.
revealing the two other Namekians from the Tournament of Power, Pangal and Seono, from our left to right, accompanied by the Supreme Kai of Universe 6. They believe joining forces over the next 2 years will give them their best chance at victory. Though Piccolo, who barely gives them an ounce of his attention, asks if they think he can really help them. Helena believes that each of them have something unique to contribute, so yes, he does. And in that case, Piccolo agrees, but before they leave, he has something to do first. Meanwhile, on planet Vampa, the trio emerge from their cave to find a Capsule Corp ship touching down. Chilai shouts out to greet Bulma with excitement. They must have had a bit of communication between the events of BROLY coming to Earth and the moment before us now. The scientist returns the greeting while smiling if it isn't her favorite aliens. Walking over, this is the first time she's got to see BROLY up close, commenting she didn't think he was this tall. Taking the enthusiasm out of Chilai with a spout of territorialism. Still red in the face, she questions what Bulma wants from him anyway. And naturally, they saw the black ball in the sky, right? Limo finds this curious. He's surprised to hear she also had that strange dream. But a dream? No, it was real life. It was the Grand Priest. But Limo continues to argue that all three of them simply dreamt of it. Bulma then believes she's figured it out. They were all certainly sleeping when the Grand Priest made his announcement. He must have found no other way to warn billions of beings who would have been sleeping at the time. Chilai leads forward, beckoning. So it was real? Does this mean there is an imminent war on the horizon right now? And that is the unfortunate reality they're faced with. That's when Bulma's communicator goes off. Whis, of course, who delivers the same bad news to her as he did the others. With Gohan, he states the obvious that without his dad, they all have a sure role to play, and he already knows what training would suit him best. Around the room, we have the aforementioned warriors, plus Master Roshi. Krillin states he understands, but he couldn't do anything during the Tournament of Power. Heck, he didn't even face off with the most dangerous warriors and he still struggled. So what does he want him to do in a war involving the most powerful deities? He'd like to give everyone some big Goku-like speech, but he's not that man. Roshi admits he agrees with Krillin, but is still willing to fight. However, he has been training for almost 350 years. He doesn't see how he can progress any further. Krillin admits he knows this isn't a noble way of thinking, but he belongs here, with his wife and Marin. Clenching his fist, Gohan explains for years, Son Goku has been protecting them all and giving his life to the weak without hesitation. If anyone wants to stay here, do it. But his father and billions upon billions of people are waiting for them and need their help. Yamcha figures since he doesn't have a family or anything to protect, he can take part. Tien feels the same. Standing, 18 prompts Krillin to follow her. Now in the kitchen, she tells her husband to listen. She knows that all he wants is the best for her and Marin, but above all else, this is not just about their lives. And he knows, but she continues. She tells him whatever choice he makes, she will support him in any case. If he chooses to fight, she too will fight. If he chooses to stay, she will also stay. Back with Vegeta, Trunks tears up as he bids goodbye to his little sister. He knows that 2 years is as long as her whole life, but he promises he'll come back as soon as possible. He wants her to become a big girl, and soon she'll be a strong little princess. His father tells him that's enough. It's time to leave, doing so while simultaneously ushering Goten away. Picking up his daughter, he instructs Trunks to board the cube. Double-checking to make sure they're all out of ear and eye shot. In a rare display of affection, he tells his princess not to worry, her daddy will be back. With our heroes venturing off to train in a place similar to the Hyperbolic time chamber, where exactly will this take them? Is there anything the humans of Earth can offer in this war? And being so young, will Goten and Trunks be able to fully benefit from the training of Whis?